Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Introdonal for your social runner. I got an email the other day saying, Scott, you talk a lot about running and everything. What is your history? How do you know so much about running? I am glad you asked. Running, it was accident for me to run. I was in a private school just right before the high school and everything like that. And the PE teacher asked me, hey, look, everyone, we're going to run a mile. He didn't just ask me, he asked everyone. Let's just run a mile and everything, see what we're going to do. So I went out and I ran and finished the mile without stopping, had a pretty good time. I wasn't the fastest person out there. Well, that day I was, but usually I'm not the fastest person in like a running club I never heard of cross country. I really never paid attention to track. We were just kind of, we'll say, a lower end family that pretty much live high on life, not on material. Not we didn't have the money, but we just played outside and we ran and we had a good time. From there, I went to a public school. And a friend suggested, Scott, why don't you come out to a cross country team? And I said, what is that? Well, that's just running around cross country, around different places, and we compete against other schools. I said, oh, sure, fine. So I started to join that. Well, before you know it, I actually quit during the track season, but my coach had me come back because he says, I see a lot of potential. Go ahead and just continue. Don't quit. You'll see you like it. Well, sure enough, I went all the way through high school running. I didn't have the fastest times out there, and back then they didn't do 5Ks. They usually did 10K road races. They did 3 mile runs, and of course track. You had your half, your two, and all that. And so my times weren't that fast. I always broke 15 minutes. I broke 15 minutes a few times. 14:58 was my best 3 mile time. I felt like I can just keep on going that day. I always was in the low 15s. 2 mile time, I was in around 9:50. My mile was around 4:30. So I wasn't really super fast, but I loved the run. Now, when I graduated from high school, I pretty much kind of stopped running because I had to work a full-time job. I was trying to put myself to college. So I went to college full-time. I worked full-time because I didn't have any money, and that's the only way I can get myself a little college education. So during that time, I would run. I'd end up at University of Florida, and I would run around the stadium and stuff like that, and just for fun. I didn't really run road races anymore. When I did run road races, I around 33 minutes for a 10K, which I didn't think that was that bad, but it's really not the fastest. And then all my life I start running. As I got older, I gained a little bit of weight. I kind of more like jog run, and that's where I'm at. Now, when my daughter went to high school, I actually trained her because she would run a 5K around 31 minutes. And I'm thinking, man, and she wasn't like the runner's body and all this and that, but she was like me, had a lot of potential. So I trained her, and after a month, I got her down from 31 minutes down to 24 minutes in a 5K. So she made it on the varsity team. And there's certain techniques that I used to run back then. I didn't run a whole lot of miles. I may run maybe between 20 to 50 miles a week. That's it. 50 was top. That was a long week and everything because I mainly was high in life, wanted to be with my friends, so I really didn't take it serious and wonder where I could have been if I did. But I used the techniques that I learned to help me be a better runner towards my daughter, and she excelled. Till today, she's a teacher and she still runs, loves running like her dad, and every day I run. So that's basically the history of Skylar Now, your social runner. I hope you enjoyed it.